My dear friend, I want you to imagine this moment. It's nighttime. The room is quiet. The lights are off. You're tired, bone tired after a long day. You lay down, hoping for rest. But your mind doesn't stop. You toss. You turn. Your eyes are closed, but your thoughts are wide awake. And in the morning, you wake up feeling foggy. You can't quite remember what day it is. Your body feels heavy. It's as if the whole night passed, but your rest never truly came. Have you ever felt that way? I ask not to worry you, but to remind you that this isn't just part of getting older. As a doctor who has spent decades working with people over 60, I can tell you poor sleep and memory loss are not things we have to just accept. I've met people in their 70s and 80s who still wake up feeling sharp, refreshed, and full of life. Their secret? They've simply learned to let go of a few small habits before bed habits that feel harmless but quietly steal away their sleep and clarity. One of my patients once said to me, "Doc, I sleep 8 hours, but I still wake up feeling like I haven't slept at all." And you know what? The problem wasn't his age or the number of hours. It was the little things he was doing before bed. So in today's video, I want to walk with you gently and honestly through 6 common habits that may be hurting your sleep and memory without you even realizing it. And more importantly, I want to help you change them not with big sacrifices, but with small, gentle choices right before you close your eyes. Shall we begin? Part 1. No consistent sleep schedule. You know something I see all the time, and I mean all the time with folks over 60? It's this. They don't really have a regular sleep schedule. And I get it. You're retired. You don't have to wake up at 6:30 anymore. Some nights you're in bed by 9. Other nights you're watching a movie. And suddenly, it's almost midnight. Then you try to make up for it the next morning by sleeping in. It seems harmless, right? But here's the thing. Your body doesn't care what the clock says. It cares about rhythm. And when that rhythm gets thrown off, your brain, your memory, your mood, they all start to suffer. I had a patient, James, 68, a sweet man, used to be an accountant. After retirement, he told me, "Doc, I sleep 8 hours every night, but I still wake up foggy, like I didn't sleep at all." And I said, "James, do you go to bed around the same time each night?" He shrugged. "Not really. Just whenever I get tired." That's the problem. See, as we age, our natural melatonin production, the hormone that helps us fall asleep, starts to drop. And if you're going to bed at different times every night, your body never knows when to start winding down. It's like trying to catch a train that doesn't have a schedule. You're always either too early or too late. Without consistency, your sleep becomes shallow. Your brain doesn't get time to clean house, to process memories, to balance your hormones, to repair your immune system. And you wake up groggy, unfocused, a little off. So let me ask you this gently. What time did you go to bed last night and the night before? Was it around the same time? If the answer's "I'm not sure," that's okay. That's your starting point. Pick a bedtime and treat it like it matters, like it's a meeting with yourself. And I promise, if you stay consistent for even a week, you'll feel it. In your mornings, in your memory, in the calmness you carry into the day. Part 2. Watching television, phones, or tablets before bed. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever finished dinner, washed up, changed into your pajamas, and then, just as the house gets quiet, you reach for the remote or your phone, just to unwind for a bit before bed? Maybe it's your favorite show, or a few minutes scrolling through Facebook. Nothing stressful, just a little comfort, right? I get it. That routine feels good. It feels harmless. But here's what most people don't realize, especially those of us over 60. That glowing screen is stealing your sleep. I had a patient, Linda, 70, widowed for a few years now. She told me, "Doc, I like to watch YouTube at night. Just cooking videos or painting tutorials. Nothing heavy." But then she started having these mornings where she'd forget small things. names, appointments. She'd wake up groggy, like her brain just didn't start right. And it wasn't the content. It was the light. Phones, tablets, TVs, they all give off something called blue light. And your brain? It thinks that blue light is daylight. So even if it's 10 p.m. and pitch dark outside, the moment that light hits your eyes, your brain goes, "Hold on, it's not bedtime yet, stay awake." Here's the kicker. Blue light blocks melatonin, that beautiful, natural hormone your body makes to help you fall asleep. And studies show that just 90 minutes of screen time before bed can delay melatonin release by up to 3 hours and reduce deep sleep by nearly 50%. Now, think about that. As we get older, we already produce less melatonin naturally. So if we add blue light on top of that, we're making it even harder for our bodies to rest and our minds to reset. So what can you do? You don't have to give up your favorite show. Just watch it earlier in the evening. Then, about an hour before bed, create a no-screen zone. Instead of reaching for your phone, try reading a paper book. Write in a journal. Listen to soft music. Sit by the window and breathe. Let your brain ease into rest without the glow. Trust me, after just a few nights, you'll feel the difference. Not just in how fast you fall asleep, but in how clear and calm your mornings feel. Part 3. Eating sugary or refined carbs late at night. Let me ask you something honest. Have you ever found yourself sitting in your favorite chair after dinner, the evening winding down, and suddenly you think, a little something sweet sounds nice right about now? Maybe just a cookie, a slice of bread, leftover rice from dinner. Or maybe it's that piece of cake calling your name from the fridge. You're not really hungry. You just want something comforting. And I get that, I really do. But here's the quiet truth. Late-night snacks, especially the sugary kind or anything made from white flour, can seriously mess with your sleep. I had a patient, Mr. Robert, 72 years old. Every night, he'd eat a small pastry before bed. "Just helps me relax," he said. But almost every night, like clockwork, he'd wake up around 2:30 a.m., hot, restless, heart beating a little faster, mind racing. And he never made the connection. See, when you eat carbs or sugar late at night, your body switches back into work mode. Your stomach starts producing acid. Your pancreas releases insulin. Your core body temperature rises, which is the exact opposite of what you need to fall into deep sleep. And what's worse? That sugar spike is followed by a drop, often right in the middle of your sleep cycle. That sudden dip in blood sugar can jolt you awake, leave you tossing, or even cause weird dreams. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found that seniors who ate within 2 hours of bedtime, especially carb-heavy meals, had less deep sleep and woke up twice as often through the night. But it's not just about feeling tired the next day. During deep sleep, your brain clears out waste, including a protein called beta amyloid, which is linked to memory loss and dementia. So when sleep gets interrupted night after night, those toxins don't get cleared. They build up. So what can you do instead? Try this. Finish dinner at least 3 hours before bed. And if you really need a snack, go for something light and protein-based. A few almonds, a slice of cucumber, a warm mug of chamomile tea, no sugar, something that calms your body instead of kicking it into overdrive. And one more thing, sometimes that craving, it's not about food at all. It's about comfort, loneliness, habit. If that's the case, try a different kind of comfort. Call someone you love. Soak your feet in warm water. Or just sit in silence and breathe. Because you deserve sleep that heals, not food that steals. Part 4. Drinking coffee, tea, or eating chocolate in the afternoon or evening. Let me tell you something I've learned after years of working with older adults. Caffeine is a tricky little friend. It gives you a boost when you need it, but if you're not careful, it'll steal your sleep without saying a word. And here's the catch. It doesn't just hide in coffee. A lot of folks tell me, "Oh, don't worry, doc. I don't drink coffee at night. Then they pour themselves a hot cup of black tea at 6 p.m. or nibble on a square of dark chocolate while watching television. Seems harmless, right? But caffeine is sneaky, and as we age, our bodies get slower at clearing it out. What used to take 5 or 6 hours in your 30s can now take up to 10 hours once you're over 60. So that little afternoon pick-me-up at 2 p.m., it could still be buzzing around in your bloodstream at midnight, keeping your brain just alert enough to block deep, healing sleep. I had a patient, Donna, 69 years old. She loved her nightly ritual. A cup of tea, a good book, maybe a few pieces of chocolate. Nothing too heavy. But she kept waking up tired, foggy. She said, "It's like I'm sleeping but not resting." And she was right. Caffeine doesn't always stop you from falling asleep. It stops your brain from going deep enough to form memories, to clean up mental clutter, to reset emotionally. And the crazy part is it's not just coffee. Black tea, green tea, even some herbal teas sneak in real tea leaves with caffeine. And yes, even decaf coffee still has a little caffeine in it. Chocolate, especially dark chocolate, it contains theobromine, a compound that stimulates your nervous system just like caffeine does. So even a small treat after dinner might leave your mind restless when your body wants to sleep. So what do I suggest? It's simple. Cut off all caffeine after 1 or 2 p.m. If you want something warm in the evening, reach for caffeine-free herbal teas. Chamomile, peppermint, rooibos, lemon balm. Look for labels that say caffeine-free or bedtime blend. Check the fine print, it matters. You don't have to give up the things you love. Just change when you enjoy them. Give your brain a chance to truly wind down so that when your head hits the pillow, your whole self is ready to rest. Part 5. Taking worries and heavy thoughts to bed. Now, let's talk about something a little deeper. Because sometimes the thing that keeps you up at night isn't what you ate, isn't your phone, isn't your tea. It's what's on your mind. Have you ever laid in bed at night, lights off, room quiet, but your thoughts? Loud. A conversation from earlier in the day keeps replaying. A mistake you made years ago suddenly shows up. You wonder about your health, your kids. Maybe you're still hurt by something someone said, or just feeling the weight of being alone. You turn over and over, not because your body's uncomfortable, but because your heart won't settle. I had a patient, Gloria, 73. She lost her husband a few years ago. She told me, "Doc, the nights are the hardest. That's when the thoughts come." She'd lie awake thinking about her past, her regrets, her grown kids who barely call. And every morning, she'd wake up feeling emotionally exhausted, like she never truly rested. Here's what's happening, and it's very real. When you're stressed or overwhelmed before bed, your brain releases a hormone called cortisol, the stress hormone. And cortisol does exactly what it was made to do. Keep you alert. Keep you on guard. Keep you awake. But the problem is, cortisol and melatonin, the sleep hormone, can't rise together. If cortisol's up, melatonin stays down. So even if you're tired, your brain won't shut off. And night after night, this emotional tension doesn't just rob you of sleep. It fogs your memory. It drains your energy. It even weakens your immune system. So what can you do? You don't have to stop worrying. That's hard, I know. But you can create a little space between your day and your sleep. Here's a practice I share with my patients. About an hour before bed, write down your worries. Not long paragraphs, just a list. Worried about tomorrow's appointment. Sad my son hasn't called. Still upset I forgot my friend's birthday. Once it's on paper, your brain can let go just a little. Then write down 3 things that went okay today. Not perfect, just okay. I made a good cup of tea. I got through the day. I smiled at the mailman. Then close your eyes. Take a deep breath and picture a place that made you feel safe. A garden, a childhood room, a beach you once loved. You can even whisper your feelings out loud just to yourself. Sometimes naming what you're feeling is all it takes to soften it. Because sleep is more than rest. It's how your brain heals. It's how your memories settle. It's how your heart lets go just for a little while. And my friend, you deserve that peace. Part 6. Not getting enough natural light during the day. Now here's one most people never think about. Light. Natural light. You might be wondering, what does sunlight have to do with my sleep and memory? Well, let me tell you a story. I once visited a patient, Edith, 75 years old. She lived alone, very tidy home, soft lamps, curtains drawn all day. She told me, "Doc, I don't really go outside much anymore. Too hot, too bright. I just stay in and rest." But then she said something that broke my heart a little. "I feel tired all the time. I nap during the day, and then I'm wide awake at night." And you know what? She wasn't sick. She wasn't doing anything wrong. She was just missing sunlight. You see, your body has a clock, an internal rhythm called the circadian rhythm, and it doesn't set itself by your phone or your routine. It sets itself by light, especially morning sunlight. When your eyes take in natural light early in the day, your brain gets a signal. Okay, it's daytime. Be alert, be awake. And later, your body starts preparing for rest by releasing melatonin at the right time. But if you spend most of your day inside, under soft indoor lighting or screen light, your body doesn't get that strong natural cue. The result? You feel sleepy during the day and restless at night. Your sleep schedule gets thrown off. Your memory feels fuzzy. Your mood may dip, even without a clear reason. So what can you do? You don't need to go jogging or spend hours outside. Just step into the light. Open your curtains first thing in the morning. Sit by a sunny window with your cup of tea. Or take a short stroll around the block before 10 a.m. Even 15 to 30 minutes of natural light in the morning can reset your internal clock, helping you sleep better that night, feel sharper during the day, and lift your spirit in ways you didn't expect. Because light isn't just something that helps you see the world. It's something that reminds your body. You're alive. You're here. It's time to wake up and later, to rest. My dear friend, we've just walked through 6 small evening habits that may seem harmless, even comforting, but over time, they quietly chip away at your sleep and memory after 60. And I know, at this point, you might be thinking, "Oh no, have I been doing everything wrong?" But no, I'm not here to scold you. I'm here, as someone who has seen hundreds, even thousands of patients over the years, to gently remind you that your body is still listening to you. Whether you're 60, 70, or 80, the small changes you start today can still bring beautiful improvements tomorrow. You don't need to change everything overnight. Just start with one small thing. Turn off the screen a little earlier. Open the curtains to the morning light. Write down a few thoughts before bed. And then allow your body to rest, really rest. You deserve deep sleep. You deserve a clear mind and a calm heart. If this video touched something in you, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment and share about your sleep, about what you're working on, or simply say, "I'm still here." And if you'd like to keep walking this journey with me toward better memory, better rest, and a brighter life after 60, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for spending this time with me and for listening, not just with your ears, but with your heart. Sleep peacefully tonight, my friend. And may your morning be filled with new light.